Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Rustenburg, Arno. In Gatswane Nature Reserve. What a beautiful Saturday morning. Like a nice weather. It's not too hot, it's cold. The park is not that busy, so I'm just strolling here on top of the mountain. Like I said on the previous videos, I just want to go and check the fences if there's maybe new snares placed during the night last night. And yeah, that's it. So I'm enjoying the view. There's a lot of animals out. I think they also enjoy it when it's nice and cool like this. It rained a couple of days now, so the grass is now starting to grow. It's nice and green, so the animals are feasting on the new grass. So yeah, they came out. There's a lot of animals that I didn't see previously that's here now. It came from the mountains. So I'm actually on my way up to the mountain, going to check on that side again if there's maybe people. I flew it around now just a couple of minutes ago, that side, to check. I didn't see anyone, but it was a little bit too far. I went a little bit high up, so I want to come down and I need to get closer. So I'm quickly going up the mountain to go check that place. So yeah, poaching. Poaching is still a very big issue in South Africa. South Africa the animals are getting poached. Elephants, rhinos. The elephants is a little bit lesser, but the rhinos just doesn't stop. The poor rhinos are getting poached. It's heartbreaking to see that there's nothing in place yet. I'm not a politician. I don't want to say government doesn't do anything. It's not my place. I don't know what they are dealing with, but they need to come up with a plan to speed up the process of getting things done for rhino poaching. You know, it's sad. Again, poaching. Again, another rhino lost his life. 2 of them. Horns just cut off. You know, it's sad. It's you don't read it in the newspapers. You don't hear about it on the news. It's like nobody cares, and it's painful to see an animal like that. You know, our children's children will not have that opportunity to see a rhino, because they're gonna get extinguished. I mean, they're gonna get, there won't be rhinos left anymore. The production of rhino, it's so slow. They're getting poached. Now we found a female slaughtered, the horn cut off. Not even, it's cut off in the meat, inside the head. It's so brutal. Then the baby is standing next to its mom. You know how emotional that touches you. And then as you get closer to the corpse of the rhino, that baby is standing there. He doesn't want to leave because he's feeling safe. His mom is not moving. She's there, so he's not scared. And then you can see it looks like he's crying. You know, it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart to see an animal slaughtered like that. I wish I could have powers to stop that kind of nonsense. You know, it's bad. It's sad. Yeah, guys, I really don't know what to tell you. You know, it's such an emotional thing to see an animal like that get slaughtered for something which belongs to him. I don't know who figured out there's value in horns and tusks of elephants. I really don't know. That guy, yeah, I don't have words, I'm telling you. So yeah, that motivates me to do more anti-poaching projects. So for now I'm doing Gatswane. I'm busy expanding into Pilanesberg. There's a big issue there as well with poaching. And I'm telling you now, the rangers and the officials in the management, they are fighting. Really, they are fighting their arms off. People out there don't understand. They always judge them and say they are useless or they're part of that. Yes, you do get people involved inside the organization. They are there. They are there. But the guys in the field, I'm feeling sorry for them. I think they deserve a bigger salary to attract more people to fight this crime that these poor people are fighting themselves. Yeah, you know, when that guy talks, so yesterday I spoke to one of the big security managers of, I don't want to mention names, but he's a very good guy. I like him a lot. He's fighting a crime, and the way he spoke about this cruelty of slaughtering, the way they slaughtered these animals and stuff, you know, you could see it touched his heart. He told me a story of rhinos that get poached and the way they get slaughtered. You could see the tears in that guy's eye. It shows me that he's got a good heart on him, and he's fighting a battle. And I'm gonna do everything in my powers to assist people like them voluntarily. I don't do this for a salary. I don't get sponsored. I don't get money for anything. It's my time, it's my diesel, it's my tires, it's my drones I'm using. I crash them in the mountains. I'm not keeping anyone liable for that. That's mine. I want to do it. I've got a passion for that, and I'm gonna do that. So don't think, yeah, I'm talking them good because maybe I'm getting something. I don't need anything. I don't want anything. I want to support these guys because it seems like no one out there cares. And thank you for the guys that does care. We really appreciate it. You know, I'm not trained in any kind of, I did some small trainings and stuff of PH hunting and all those types, recognized in some organizations of rhino poaching. I did some training in rhino poaching, but I don't have the experience in a way the experience that they have. I don't. I'm learning a lot of things. And the manager of Gatswane, she already taught me a lot of things I never knew about birds and animals and stuff, and tortoises and stuff. So you know, and I've been doing a lot of trainings, but I never went into that in detail. So this was my passion, but there was no money, so you followed other steps, and I ended up in the mining industry. Mining industry is good for me. They are paid. But that breaks my heart is that people protecting the environment, places like this, beautiful places, they don't get looked after. They don't get paid. So I really hope that the government start to see the importance of the work these people are doing, just to help them, get them the resources they need, give them things they need. Those guys to walk in bushes and terrains that's dangerous. Pilanesberg, the rangers there are walking amongst the lions and rhinos, and it's wild animals. They are dangerous. But somebody needs to do that. And imagine now there is nobody. Everyone is running away to the mining industry or whatever other organization because rangers don't get paid. There's no salary for them. Just imagine what the world will become. Our children will not have a field or a farm or a nature reserve. It will be all gone, poached and damaged and ruined by the human beings. So I really hope that our government wakes up. And I don't know other countries, I don't know how they do. Like I said, I don't study that. I don't. So I just hope and pray that these things get sorted, because I really feel sorry for the guys on the ground, on the boots, in the field, fighting the crime, and I feel sorry for the animals. There's a handful of guys that wants to protect them, And I want to tell the world out there, please guys, go Google some videos of rhino poaching or any other poaching of that matter, and go see how they do things. And we need to get some point to go meet managers, do some voluntary work to fight this crime. I'm trying, and I know there's a handful of the guys that's willing to do that. But one swallow don't make summer. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's sad to see places, beautiful places, that get destroyed by illegal guys and people that doesn't care about the environment, poachers. Most of them isn't even from this country. I mean, the cruel things that I saw now, I don't want to talk about it. It's people not from South Africa even. It's not even our own people. Yeah, I'm gonna have nightmares. I'm telling you, to see something like that. Yeah. The rhino there, the mother with the calf next to it, and they even tried to cut the calf of Pangas. Seems like he ran away every time. The bull, the cow dead, the calf still alive, but cut chunks of meat out of him with Pangas. Managed to survive. They tranquilized him, and then they patched him up, moved him to a facility where he can get feed now, because he's still young. I believe it might not even be a couple of months, so he still needs to get feed. He doesn't. I don't think he eats on his own yet. Possible, but I don't know. I don't believe that. So yeah, it's painful, guys. It's painful. I will keep on repeating myself on the same thing. It's not nice to see a picture like that. So I just hope and pray that I don't get across somebody like that. I don't think I'll be his worst nightmare. Yeah, it's bad. I don't want to tell you what I'm gonna do, but I'm telling you now. I'll keep it to myself. But that guy will live amongst rhinos for the rest of his life. Yeah, no, it's bad. It's bad. So now I'm here at Gatswane. They don't have the big five, but they've got a lot of game. They've got a lot of animals. That's beautiful. They get looked after very well. Unfortunately, like I said, fences get damaged. So the park officials and the rangers and managers, they can only do that much. They need the public's assistance to assist them. So I hope and pray that this video get out there and people see and get touched by the emotion of poaching. You know, go Google it. It's not nice. It's not a nice picture. Every time I YouTube it, put it on YouTube and go check it, you know, you wanna burst in tears because of the way they do that, the way they slaughter the animal. Yeah, they are not humans. Those are definitely the devil's children, and I hope God will work with them in a way that they will never forget. Yeah, you know, people like that must vanish from earth. But in any way, guys, I don't want to bore you here with the same story over and over. But yeah, let's join hands in poaching, anti-poaching. Do something small. Go to your closest parks, close to where you stay. Go ask them, what do you guys need? What do you need? What are you fighting against? See if you have an hour or two. Ask them, tell them, listen, I'm here voluntary. Can I drive in your park to assist you? Can I do patrols? Observe criminal activities, things like that. Help them. And I don't believe that they will reject your offer. I was really here in Rustenburg at Gatswane. I came in and I spoke to the manager. She welcomed me open arms. She invited me in her house. Believe it, I'm telling you, they are not bad people. They are very, very nice people. I mean, they are fighting a battle that nobody will ever understand till you get involved. So I was invited and I was accepted in their families. And now I'm coming here as often as possible to assist. Doesn't matter if I need to rake the road or get a shovel to do something, I will do it. As long as I know I'm doing something positive to assist wherever I can. For now, I'm flying the drones, I'm observing the fences, looking for snares, checking where people doesn't belong, who's taking what out of the park. And I give all that information. I share it to the manager of the park. And she really appreciates it. You can see the joy whenever I give her something and then she can react, and she really do a great job on reacting on whatever I send her. If I show her there's a hole in the fence, you can come back an hour later, you'll see they installed a new piece or they fixed the hole or whatever I tell them. If there's people in the park, they immediately go to that point in. So they need that extra eyes, they need that extra hand. So please guys, wherever you stay, what country, province, town, go to your closest park around you and go ask them. I guarantee you, they will allow you to assist them. Don't go and try to make money out of the goodness of people in parks, because I'm telling you now, the parks are bleeding and all of them is the same, sitting in the same situation, all of them. I'm telling you now, they are doing a very good job of what they have, and I'm telling you, if they have more, they can do more. Now you'll get people that they want to go do something for the park, but they want something back in return. Don't be that person, please. Don't be that person. Go assist with your kindness of your heart. Don't expect something back, because I'm telling you now, I don't. I'm messing up my tires on this mountain every time I come up here, and that's on me. I will replace my tires and I'll do it 10 times over again. I don't care, as long as I'm putting value in what I'm doing, then I'm happy. Alright guys, so please like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Help me. Comment, tell me that my videos are stupid or whatever. Put me in the right direction, and I'll try my level best to keep you guys happy and give the content you need. Thanks guys, appreciate your assistance and thanks for the support. Love you guys, bye.